Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, smarks and marks all over the world.
Grab a seat or take it easy on your feet as we set up our gear. Lend us your ear.
Because your boys, King Mac, MILLI, and J Classic are about to put on some podcast action.
So get psyched and turn to the smart side.
Because Smark Psychology Podcast starts now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. You already know what it is. You hear the echo, so you know what's going on. Do you know what today is? It's a DYNAMITE-IVERSARY. A DYNAMITE-IVERSARY. And it's also National Scissor Day. Yeah, that's why I was a little late, because I was over here scissoring myself, because I ain't got nobody else to scissor. For all y'all out there in the audio, well, visual people can't see it anyway, because I'm hiding behind my King Mac Dynamite graphic. So without further ado, let me show you what I'm doing. Over here scissoring myself. Yeah, we in here scissoring, baby. Happy National Scissoring Day. Woo! I love it. I love it. My fingers is getting hot. My fingers is getting hot. But man, as y'all come on in, you know what to do. You know what to do. Go ahead and share this stuff. This thing all over the place. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, what's going on? Facebook, what's going on? Twitter, what's happening? Everybody out there in the audio on that Spotify, that Apple Podcast, and that Anchor, wherever else you're listening to us to, what's going on? If you need them visuals, then you already know what to do. Slide on over to that YouTube. Slide on over to that Facebook. Slide on over to that Twitter. Leave a comment. Talk to your boy. Jump in here. Say what's happening, what's going on. Drop some scissors up in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Scissor with me. Scissor me. Scissor me. Scissor me, Smarks. Come on, Smarks. Scissor me. Scissor me. Yeah, my fingers keep getting hot every time I do that shit. But yeah, it is your boy. It is the value that allows you the opportunity to roll with me. Scissor me. I'm going to be doing this all episode long. Scissor me. Yeah. Yeah. Scissor, 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 scissor. It is the value that allows you the opportunity to roll with me. You see the money. You see the crown. It is the King Mac MILLI. Today is Wednesday. Smart Psychology Podcast. We back at you with another one. Get again. Ooh, yeah. Kind of feeling this beat. I'm always feeling this beat, man, but can't be listening to this beat and scissoring myself at the same time. I'm already tripping over the scissoring. All of my audio listeners out there, I'm scissoring myself again. Ugh. Scissor me, scissor me, scissor me, scissor me. Yeah, boy. But let me go ahead and get on up in the thing, you know what I'm saying? Time this young loop all day, you gizzo. So when that's done, you already nizzo. But it's gonna be time to get it through. But you know what I'm saying? AEW Dynamite was cool. It was straight, you know what I'm saying? Went over the time a little bit, but you know, when celebrating anniversary, the party never ends on time. And the party is still going right here, right now with me and you. So you already know what to do. Yeah, shout outs to Jay Bougie for jumping on with us yesterday. You already know what that's all about. If y'all missed that episode, go ahead and check that out. And after y'all check that out, then go back up in the vault, you know what I'm saying? Ching, ching, hear ye, come one, come all. And go check out that PJ Savage episode from last week, because they kind of tie into each other. You know what I'm saying? How they do and configure this thing that's going out on the indie scenes. But yeah, it is your boy, King Mac MILLI. I am here all by my lonesome, but I shall be joined with you or whoever comes through these doors and chills with your boy. And so, you know, AEW was pretty solid today. Pretty solid today. But before I get into some AEW talk, you know what I'm saying? I think I might have seen a couple of cameras outside or whatever on my way in. I was able to sneak through the back door, but you know how they find their way around the thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit. Y'all already know what it is. Time for some dirty talk. Dirty talk. Dirty talk. Dirty talk. Dirty talk. Shut up. Get out of my face. Jesus. And you know, it ain't really too much of the dirt sheet talk that I'm going to jump into because the dirt sheets was kind of quiet, except for one thing and one thing only that I found to be interesting. So we're going to talk about it for a little bit. And it happens to be a guy that keeps popping up in drama as far as AEW is concerned. And no, I'm not talking about CM Punk because he's still on his hiatus of whatever that is going to be if he ever comes back. We shall see, but we do not know at the moment. But the man that I am talking about is none other than let me hit this echo one time. That's Sammy Guevara. This dude, Sammy Guevara, is forever getting into it with people. And yeah, what we have here today, I'm sure that we talked about it just a little bit a few episodes ago, but some more has come out of the situation. But Sammy Guevara and El Idolo Andrade have an issue. They have an issue. They have an issue. They have an issue. As this says right here, Andrade says, I did have one issue with a wrestler. I'm going to say his name. It was Sammy Guevara. I had an issue with him because he once came to the locker room and complained that we hit him too hard. Sounded a little soft there, Sammy. It's wrestling. Solve it in the ring. If I hit hard, hit me hard too. That's something that we hear pretty often from wrestlers. But yeah, that back and forth Twitter beef and everything, you know, Twitter fingers, you know what I'm saying? Them thumbs was going, they was going back and forth, getting at each other real extra foul. And I'm like, man, I see it, but I ain't fit to get worked. I ain't fit to get worked. But who knows if it's a work and if it's not a work. But Andrade was indeed scheduled for a match on this coming episode of Rampage. But they talk their words back and forth, and they said that Sammy Guevara and Andrade got into a little scrap backstage. I guess that's what it is. You show up at AEW, get ready to strike, you know what I'm saying? Get ready to just put them dukes up, you know what I'm saying? Throw some uppercuts and all that other shit, because people like fighting in AEW. They love fighting in AEW. But with the drama, what I have here from, let's see, Wrestle Feed, I Choose You. El Idolo Andrade was sent home after a backstage altercation before tonight's AEW Dynamite. So if y'all ain't been following the story or whatever, here's how it's been going down. You know what I'm saying? As we reported before, AEW wrestler Andrade El Idolo revealed during an interview with Mas Lucha that he has issues with former TNT champion Sammy Guevara. Everybody has issues with Sammy Guevara. We all hate Sammy. That's what that is. Below is what Andrade said. I did have one issue with a wrestler. I'm going to say his name. His name was Sammy Guevara. I had an issue with him because he once complained to the locker room and complained that we hit him too hard. It is wrestling. Solve it in the ring. If I hit too hard, hit me hard. I learned that he came in and he accused me like a little girl. After I learned about it, I spoke with him and asked him if he had an issue with me. But he said that he did not, and that's all that there was to it. It's funny because not even in WWE, for example, Sheamus likes to hit. And all of my respect for him because he loves to hit hard and loves to strike. He is wild. Even The Miz likes to throw strikes. Ooh, throwing shots. Pow, 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 pow. Matter of fact, where my 9mm at? I don't know where it's at. I'm going to find it, though. But yeah, he says, not even John Cena complains about me. So if he did not complain, imagine this kid who is starting, but there's that. After reading what Andrade had to say, Sammy tweeted, "You, my friend, are a bitch. Well, you're a jobber, a favor hire. Be grateful, bitch." Andrade then tweeted back and said, "I said it to your face. If you had a problem with me, you said nothing. I won't beat your ass because I'm professional. Don't be scared. When I say something, I say names. I'm not scared to get fired, Sammy." And this is while Andrade had his match that was supposed to be scheduled taking place on Friday Rampage, you know what I'm saying, against 10, match versus career, in honor of Brody Lee's last match on Rampage, I believe it was. But yeah, Sammy replied and said, "You did not say shit to me, you liar. You motherfucking liar. You fucking liar. You didn't say shit to me. But here's some truth, you ungrateful prick. You would be jobless if it wasn't for your dad-in-law, which he was speaking about the nature boy Ric Flair. Woo! Wooings! Yeah, baby. But yeah, he says, are you really mad at me or mad at yourself for failing to get over for a second time? Just go back to WWE like we all know you want to do and fuck off. Oh my God, just so many shots. Just, oh. Oh man, they just been going at it hardcore, man. Like, yo, y'all tripping, man. Put them shits away. Anyways, so in the end, Andrade replied and he says, okay, I'm a liar. Haha. See you on Wednesday. You already know what that means. All right, I'm lying. Word. When I see you, it's on site. And that's exactly what it is. He said, I'll tell you to your face again. And nothing that you say or that you do, I don't have any problem. You know what I'm saying? So, in an update on that situation, TMZ was reporting that there was an altercation between Andrade and Sammy before tonight's 3-year anniversary episode of AEW Dynamite. Words were exchanged. Both men and Sammy pushed on. Well, words were exchanged by both men, and Sammy pushed Andrade, which led to punches being thrown. The altercation led to AEW president Tony Khan sending Andrade home for being unprofessional. Not sure how that works out. But yeah, that happened. Andrade versus Dark Order's Preston Vance 10 in a career versus mass match will no longer take place on Friday's AEW Rampage. But on the other hand, we still have Sammy Guevara, who appeared on tonight's AEW Dynamite, as well as he teamed up with world champion Chris Jericho to face off against Brian Danielson and the ROH Pure Champion Daniel Garcia. So we will speak on that. But TMZ also reported that several AEW wrestlers are pissed at Sammy's behavior. Nobody likes Sammy. Nobody likes Sammy. Sammy seems to be hated very, 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 very much. And I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares, not at all. It's got to, for me personally, I say it's got to be Sammy. It has to be Sammy fucking around with the fuck around. I mean, because how is he getting into so many different spats and so many different things with different wrestlers and different individuals and things like that? No way possible he could be a face anytime soon, because even the crowd hates him, because everybody hates Sammy Guevara. Everybody hates you, pal. Don't know what you're doing wrong, but continue to do it because it's working for you, I guess. Hope it's all a work as far as you are concerned. But, when people don't like you, people don't like you. Ask Jay Bougie. Nobody seems to like him. So, like I said, tune into our episode from yesterday and you will hear everything that he has to say. And maybe, he ride in the same company that Sammy Guevara rides in. I mean, from a god figure to a Spanish god. I mean, kind of similar, maybe they're homies. But yeah, that seems to be it for that dirt sheet news. No further questions. Thank you. No further questions. They're hard-headed guys. They can continue to do that. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, as we move on, thank you. They are gone. Shout outs to my brother Jay Classic. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had the Raw Classics on Monday. And it's crazy. It's a little bit of tribalism going on with AEW fans and WWE fans and everything of that nature. And we don't support tribalism, but we low-key make fun of tribalism, just like the sports entertainers and the pro wrestlers, that being of the BCC and also the JAS, the JAS, you know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of like on I can't say that I'm on either side because I enjoy wrestling, period. But it kind of looks like I'm on AEW side because all I do is talk about AEW, and all Classic does is talk about Raw. But we do come together and talk a little bit about both sides. And it's been a while since I've been able to talk about Raw, but kind of miss it just a little bit. Kind of miss it. We got Extreme Rules coming up this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we might. Well, no, Sunday. Saturday for the pay-per-view, but Sunday we'll be up in here and talk about some good old things as far as that pay-per-view is concerned. But without further ado, it's time to get into some sell or no sell. So I got to ring that bell. Oh man, sounds so nice. I gotta ring it twice, but I'm gonna go ahead to a different one, like Oh man, take me back to the 80s. That's the way that bell sound, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, selling no sell time for AEW Dynamite 3-year anniversary for all my visual peoples out there. Let me just go ahead and throw up the graphic. Boom, selling no sell. There we go. There we have it. You know what I'm saying? It's my Michael Jordan episode. Let me correct this real quick so I can throw down with the get down. Do, 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 do. Told y'all I was out here scissoring. I was out here scissoring like a madman. My fingers was burning. Look at me, I'm typing scissors. Oh man, this scissoring outtake is just it's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't think I would be a scissorer, but I am fully on board with the scissoring of all scissorings, and we're gonna get into more scissoring as the show goes along. I might go back and figure out how many times I've actually said scissoring in this show because it's been a lot. But since I've been saying it, I gotta do it again. My fingers are so hot. Oh, it's so hot. Scissor me, daddy ass. Yeah, scissor me, scissor me, scissor me timbers. Ooh, let me let them fingers cool off. But yes, some sell or no sell for AEW Dynamite. That is what we are getting ready to get into. So today, not only was National Scissoring Day, but it was also AEW's 3rd anniversary for Dynamite. You know what I'm saying? And so we had a nice card going on for that. As you can see, the graphic for all my visual lookers. The graphic is right there for you with the match card for all my not my visuals, the same thing. Wondering if I said audio lookers, but visual lookers, audio listeners. The match card was as such. Main event being Daniel Garcia and Bryan Danielson facing off against Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara. ROH champions on each side, pure champion Garcia, world champion Jericho, the Ring of Jericho. We had Warlow defending his TNT championship against Brian Cage, which upset me, and we'll get into that. MJF popping off the show against Wheeler Yuta. Yes, sir. We had the ladies on the card. Toni Storm, Athena, Willow Nightingale taking on Jamie Hayter, Serena Deeb, and Penelope Ford. Roosh taking on Hangman Page. You know what I'm saying? National Scissoring Day. You know what I'm saying? We had to celebrate that. Darby Allen versus Jay Lethal and Luchasaurus was in action. And without further ado, our guy, MJF. Oh, I just got to mark out for this jacket because boy, oh boy, what a jacket this man had on. Obviously, you still see the scarf, but he has some new ring gear to go along with a new jacket that says better than you. I'm sure it says you know it somewhere else on there, but it has MJF's emblem on there, the Burberry essence and everything, and it's just so lovely, so lovely. And I am being
you fucking mark.
You got that right. I'm a mark for you, MJF. I'm a mark for you. First match in 129 days. That is a very long time. That is a very, 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 very long time. But MJF is out first, followed by the one and only Blackpool Combat Club. There you go. Wheeler Yuta, and he does not like MJF's jacket as he is showing in his facial expression right here, right now. I have no idea what he was yelling at, but I was able to capture that. And I was like, I'm going to use it. Close your mouth, Wheeler. Close your mouth. There's people out here scissoring. There's people out here scissoring, Wheeler. Close your mouth, buddy. You might get a little bit of scissoring in there. But yeah, 3-year celebration of Dynamite. I am automatically going to sell for that. People are always talking bullshit about AEW, but look at where AEW is. It has been 3 years. They are still within the fold, still doing the thug dizzle, still doing the damn thing. They ain't out of business. Can't call it what y'all been calling it. They are successful because if they weren't, they wouldn't still be here. Or we'd be hearing about them going out of business or something like that, or getting bought up by Shane McMahon or something. Who knows? But MJF was in action. Automatic sell because we don't get to see him. Spent the first quarter of the match hitting moves, then drinking it in, man. As Jericho used to say, as for the crowd response, 129 days since his last match, you would think, because MJF doesn't wrestle much that he would have ring rust, impossible to have or show that when you work a match the style that MJF does. Slow and methodical with plenty of breathable moments filled with ring psychology. You gotta love it. Second quarter of the match, Yuta gains an advantage and gets in some quick offense until MJF cuts it short. You know what I'm saying? MJF hits a power bomb onto the knees that I have never seen before, but it looked good and bad all at the same time. Like just ouch, 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 awful and great all at the same time. They go through a rolling reversal pin sequence. Had to been like 10 pins included in it, maybe a little bit more. Followed by chain move reversals into another chain pinning sequence, followed by a double down. Great match. The fans are into it, you know what I'm saying? Yuta hits a Hurricane Rana after a teased power driver off the top rope from MJF. After that, a tope suicida, and then he hits a soaring splash onto a middle finger given MJF. MJF was 3/4 across the ring, giving up a middle finger, and Willie was like, I'm going to jump anyway. He jumps, connects with the splash. Crazy that he got that far with it or whatever. But yeah, MJF puts on the salt of the earth 2 different ways, you know what I'm saying? And as the graphic shows, a little bit of what I was talking about, that power bomb into the knee, Wheeler Yuta taking a bite out of MJF while stretching his nose out. You see that power driver that was about to happen. The Hurricane Rana setup, but salt of the earth, one way. Wheeler Yuta almost gets to the ropes, so MJF flips around and throws in another version of the salt of the earth and taps out immediately. Does Wheeler Yuta. And Yuta doesn't let MJF leave the ring. He damn near forces him to shake his hand, as ROH was very heavy all over the show, or their presence, at least, with a lot of handshaking going on. But you know, I ain't gonna handshake myself, but I'm gonna scissor. I'm gonna scissor myself, daddy ass. Yeah, scissor. My fingers are hot. But yeah, as Yuta is reaching out for that handshake to MJF, MJF shows some signs of being a babyface, which is interesting. Very interesting character dynamic change that's potentially going to happen. I'm hope that we're all being worked. But before he actually gets to shake that hand, out comes Lee Moriarty from behind. MJF standing there watching the beatdown take place, and he's like, what are you doing, Lee? I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Out comes Stokely, and he has an apple and MJF's dynamite ring. He says, yeah, use the ring. Go ahead and lay him out. MJF is like, well, you know what? Since we're doing this, I guess this is what we're going to do then. Fuck it, I'm with it. Like, all right, like, let me be myself. Before he gets a chance to use that ring, William Regal, who was at commentary, gets up, puts on the brass knuckles, looks at him, and walks to the ring. Stokely and Lee Moriarty says, nah, I ain't here for this. MJF stares him down. They stare down each other, whatever. Nothing happens. Interesting dynamic. But I'm going to go ahead and sell for that, because MJF in the ring is always grand. It's always grand. You can't never be upset at that. It was a great match. You guys get a chance or opportunity to go check that out, I say do so. Please do so. We get a video package hyping up Bryan Danielson and Chris Jericho that will be happening for the ROH World Championship next week. But this week, the Jazz is here. And they're upset at Daniel Garcia. This is the slowest transition from one group to another group that I've ever seen in my life. And everybody hates Sammy. Everybody hates Sammy. I'm going to be saying that and scissoring a lot this episode. But before Daniel Garcia even joined Jazz, the Jericho Appreciation Society, I'm like, yo, this is a perfect member for the Blackpool Combat Club. This is before Willa Yuta was a member. This is before Claudio Castagnoli was a member. It was just Moxley, Bryan Danielson, William Regal. I said Daniel Garcia should have been a part of it way back when, but we're eventually going to get there sometime this year, I hope, because like I said, this has been the slowest turn ever. But they give off a warning to Sammy. They say, you know what, make sure you're making the right decision, because if you don't, we're going to fuck you up. And yeah, so that was that. Now, next was Darby Allen versus Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal tells the boys, Big Sing and what's his name, Sanjay Dutt, there you go, to stand back. Just stand back. Stand back. I'm going to take care of this myself. So this is Jay Lethal. For all my audio listeners, I need y'all to slide over to YouTube so y'all can see what I'm doing here right now. But this is Jay Lethal. This is Jay Lethal in the ring looking at Sammy get attacked on his entrance by John Cena. As you can see, you cannot see him. That's how we know it was actually him. John Cena made his AEW debut here, knocking out not Sammy, Darby Allen. Because when Darby Allen came out, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but he went to the ground instantly. I don't know if he tripped, if he did that on purpose, or if what I'm saying was actually true and John Cena attacked him and we just didn't see John Cena because, we can't see him. But yeah, I don't know what the hell Darby Allen was doing here. This is a picture of Darby Allen looking back at his laying body. And we're going to go back to the laying body. Yeah, drag boy, fell boy, whatever. Just, I didn't get it. Jay was looking at him crazy like this. That's how I was looking. Darby had to even look back at the stage like, what the fuck was I doing back there laying on the floor like that? His hood had like his jacket had a million hoods. There you go. But yeah, interesting match. Darby Allen and Jay Lethal, they did a lot of chain wrestling, things of that nature to start it off. Interesting. Didn't know that Darby Allen could chain wrestle. There you go. Tongue twisters. Oh, I tell you. But yeah, Jay starts to work over Darby Allen's knee, and that's pretty much the story for the whole match until your boys, Big Sing and Sanjay Dutt, come out and distract Jay Lethal just a little bit. That sends Darby Allen and Jay Lethal into another series of pinning sequences, chain wrestling, that ends in Darby Allen's favor. Darby Allen gets the victory, and Jay Lethal is upset. He's pretty mad, but for the second time in a row, in the second match of the night, we get the ROH Ring of Honor handshake, Code of Honor handshake, and Darby Allen reaches out and he says, hey, Jay Lethal, shake my hand, man. Shake my hand. Use a real one. You go in the ring. I don't know about them dudes over there, but shake my hand. The shake almost doesn't happen one more time, just like it didn't happen for MJF and Wheeler Yuta. But Darby Allen says, no, you're going to shake my hand. He pushes Jay Lethal, and that causes Jay Lethal to shake his hand and storm off without talking to Singh or Sanjay Dutt. I do not know what's going on here, but maybe Jay Lethal is pretty upset about losing all the damn time. I would be too, because I am already. So come on, Jay Lethal, it's got to be you too. I don't know if this is going to end his partnership with Sanjay Dutt and Singh, but I definitely wouldn't mind it. Darby Allen gets a win here. He doesn't move up nor down in my books. It's Darby Allen. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be what it's gonna be. We didn't see Sting here, so that's something to look after. But yeah, Jay Lethal, yeah. Pulling rank, man. Go ahead and get up out of there from Sanjay Dutt and Big Sing and start doing your thug dizzle. You know what I'm saying? Get back on it. Will I sell or no sell for that? Let's just say middle of the road. I'm not gonna sell or no sell for that. But I'll tell you what I'm not selling for. It's my first no sell of the whole damn night. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's that handshake in between Jay Lethal and Darby Allen, and then here's me scissoring again because it's National Scissor Day. Yeah, scissor me, daddy ass. But what I'm not selling for is for this TNT Championship bout of Big Warlow taking on Brian Cage, and here is why I am no selling for this. First of all, no build-up whatsoever for this match. No build-up whatsoever for this match. No build-up whatsoever for this match. How many more times can I say it? More times than people hate Sammy, or more times than it's scissoring day? I don't think so, but I'm going to say it a few more times. No build-up. No build-up. No build-up is stupid. I'm actually bleeding right now. I'm going to bleed job on this. First of all, you have the TNT champion Warlow. who had the biggest storyline going on for himself on his climb to the position of where he is. But once he became champion, it seemed like everything fizzled down. People still pop for the symphony, the Powerbomb Symphony, which is cool. That's straight. But Warlow, man, give my guy a story now. Since he's been champ, he hasn't had no story, no build up to anything. He's just been defending his championship here, there, whatever. Powerbomb Symphony, cool. No damn story. None. What's none? And I hate it. We got to fix that. Brian Cage, where in the hell has Brian Cage been? Where in the hell has Brian Cage been? It's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Check this out, man. Look, Brian Cage is an amazing talent. He is an amazing talent. I have no idea if he signed to ROH or if he signed to AEW, but he definitely needs to be on the TV screen every damn week, whether it's Dynamite or Rampage. Don't know if he's been on Dark. Don't know if he's been on Elevation. And as I think of people that's been missing, where in the hell is Lance Archer? Where in the hell is Ty Dillinger? Not Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears. But he may be Ty Dillinger soon because his contract may be coming to an end. But Brian Cage, a part of the embassy. Shout outs to the embassy. What up, Prince? Nana. What up, Khan? What up, Tor? The homies, you know what I'm saying? But Jesus, like, man, Brian Cage just, he deserves so much more. He did not need to be put in the spot of the battle of the big bodies, battle of the big boys. And I'm sure Big E was somewhere with his popcorn in hand, loving all this meat bumping and all this other stuff and everything, because that's what he likes. But yeah, Cage versus Warlow. On any other day, I would have picked Cage to win this match, but with Warlow being the champion, it's all about putting people in front of them and letting them powerbomb everybody and stuff. And yay, we get to go home happy. Like I said, Cage deserves so much more. It was an interesting enough match. It got me into it after a while, but I was very, very, very unhappy about this match taking place without any type of build, any type of story. And then, you know, Warlow and Brian Cage are kind of the same guy, just kind of. There's small similarities, very small, but there's a lot of small similarities, so which evens out the playing field. But in my opinion, Brian Cage is just a little bit more athletic and can do some amazing things. Both men gave off hurricanranas to each other, which was dope. Cage reverses out of a power bomb into a wheelbarrow bomb that he gives to Warlow. But it was interesting. You know, Warlow ran up the ropes, gave a tope or a top rope, ran up the ropes to the top rope, and then hit a corkscrew coming off. So that was interesting to see. Cage also hits a second rope suplex from the apron onto Warlow from the outside of the ring into the ring. So that was dope to look at. Warlow hit a F5, or Cage hit a F5 on Warlow. He kicks out, and then we get a powerbomb symphony. I thought we was going to get 3 powerbombs, but we actually got 4. Popped the crowd. The crowd popped hard and major. And then Warlow got the pin, and yeah, that was the match. But as has been the whole first hour, you don't get a match that ends without something happening after the match. So the match is over, and out comes the homies Toa, and out comes the other homie Khan. And Khan, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to wait. But yeah, out comes the homies, and they start putting in work on Warlow. Warlow's getting beat down, a 3-on-1 beat down, you know what I'm saying? And out comes Samoa Joe to kind of even up the odds. And you know what, Khan, for not giving up the juice when you was on, you know what I'm saying, just making me wait and see what's going on, you know what I'm saying? I had to phone in a phone call to Samoa Joe, like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on? And Samoa Joe told me a little something. So I'm like, hey, man, make sure you get a homie a little 2-piece or whatever. Put, you know what I'm saying, see what's up, see what's going on. And that's exactly what he did, because he got the homie Khan up in the corner and start boop, 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 like really going in, hammering. But it's a great look regardless of it all. FTR comes out to even out the odds just a little bit more, and the crowd is into it. They loving it. Our boys Khan and Toa, they are not standing down. They are not standing down to having that stare off with FTR. and FTR saying recently at an independent show, hey, Tony Khan, we still work for you. Book us. You know what I'm saying? So that got them booked on the show. They have been sitting number one at the rankings, tag team rankings, since like April, I believe. Still haven't gotten the AEW tag team title shot. We're going to get to the AEW tag team titles after a while. But yeah, definitely getting FTR versus the Gates of Agony, Toa, Leona, and Khan for those tag titles. Should be interesting. I hope we get a title change, because then that means when we see the homie Khan in a couple of weeks, not Khan, Toa in a couple of weeks at PCW Ultra, he might have that title with him. You know what I'm saying? We shot with a ROH champion, in person. Not too bad. But yeah, definitely a good look for the homies. Definitely a good look for FTR. That should be a crazy cracking match. Khan, you get another shot at them just with a better partner. Yeah, no. Maybe a little bit different. 3 matches with developments after the match that nobody saw coming, you know what I'm saying? Chef's kiss, you know what I'm saying? I'll sell for that moment after I had to no sell full at first, but balance it out. Afterwards, we get a promo by Britt Baker. She says that she is the face of the place, I guess. John Cena or AJ Styles, whoever, whatever, however, says that Saraya will not be wrestling in AEW and to ship her off in bubble wrap because this is actually her house. I had a question last Wednesday on if Saraya was going to be getting physically involved in things, and I was confused by the lumberjack or the lumberjill match and all of that. And Saraya went to the announcer's table or backstage, however, whatever. But I've been wondering if Saraya is going to actually get involved in things. Jamie Hayter, she is super over. We get the ladies out tonight, so Jamie Hayter is done them over. Athena, I thought the wings were gone, but she brought them back here. Okay, got you. But solid match from these 6 women. Willow gets the pin, you know what I'm saying, over Penelope Ford. Every woman got an opportunity and a chance to shine. There was a moment during the end of the match where every woman was just hitting moves on each other. Boom, 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 like that one episode of SmackDown that had all the top stars hitting their finishers and things of that nature. So definitely a cool little moment to see and check out and things of that nature. But Penelope was the one that took the pin, and why is she out hanging with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter and Serena Deeb, and why is Serena Deeb hanging? Like, I don't get these affiliations. It's not being explained enough. I don't like my wrestling being cluttered. If you gonna put shit together, make it make sense and turn it into something, man. Yeah, but that's just my opinion. But it was a solid match, but it was overshadowed by Britt Baker and Saraya and their feud that they have going on, and that's a bad look, especially when you have your AEW Women's Champion in the match, and she got worked over for a very long period of time in that match. Did not make any hot tags. She did not get the victory. Wasn't involved in the decision, nothing like that. So where is the spotlight for the women's champion that Paige says she's glad to be finally getting some type of spotlight? Didn't get any spotlight here. But yeah, you have your winners, not Paige, Athena, Toni Storm, Willow Nightingale. And then Britt Baker gets into the ring, gets into Paige's face, and voila, we get physicality from Saraya. I said Paige. We get physicality from Saraya. Saraya knocks Britt Baker in the mouth, probably knocked a tooth loose, and they get the scrapping and everybody's fighting. And yeah, I like it. Finally, the question has been answered. Saraya throwing punches, throwing blows with Britt Baker, giving Rebel, whatever her name is, a kick and everything to the dome. Interesting. Great start. I will love to see Saraya get more physically involved. But you know what I'm saying? Afterwards, Private Party was shown backstage. They were getting in trouble by Jose and Whoosh. You know what I'm saying? You guys ain't been showing up to the party. You've been chilling in private and not helping out the team. Y'all better show up tonight and do y'all thing. So we're going to get into that a little bit later. But you know what time it is, boy. It's scissoring time. It's scissoring time. Scissor me timbers. Happy National Scissoring Day. Scissoring section. Daddy ass is a national treasure. Scissor me, scissor me, scissor me, scissor me, scissor me. Pink was the color. The celebration was real. The crowd was popping. There were scissors all over the place. I'm talking about all over the place. Number one selling t-shirt they got now. Scissor me, daddy ass. This was a pro acclaimed crowd. The Acclaim have been over since damn near day one. They have gotten over so strong to the fact that they are now the AEW Tag Team Champions. And this scissoring thing is taking over. I didn't like it at first, but now I'm a scissoring ass. Like, scissor me. I'm a scissor Mac. Scissor me, King Mac MILLI. Indeed. Scissor you I shall. My fingers are getting hot. They are burning. But yeah, man. Quite the celebration. The crowd was going wild. You know what I'm saying? It was pink everywhere. Pink seems to be the color of choice for the Acclaimed, and I am not mad at it. I am one man that actually does wear pink myself because pink is a sexy color, and this is damn easy to pull off when you're a man's man. You know what I'm saying? But Bowens kind of like went into it for this scissorbration, I shall call it. I feel like this is what the DC crowd actually showed up for all night long. He says that AEW now stands for Acclaimed every Wednesday. So every Wednesday you will be seeing your boys. And Bowen said that he is the Sultan of scissoring. And he explains that scissoring is a sign of friendship. And it's a handshake for all of you other scissorers out there that think it's a whole thing going on. But, you know, things could be how it is or whatever, you know. Pink is the color, like I said. Billy gave them and awarded them some golden scissors. So that was pretty cool. They were talking a lot of shit about my guy Swerve, you know what I'm saying? So Swerve comes on out and he says, you know what? We're going to handle all this, you know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for that daddy ass back there, y'all wouldn't be tag champions. And we always know that Rock beats scissors, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to come and do my thing, and Billy, you're gonna be the one that I do it against. We're getting a lot of heel swerve right now, and that's cool. Keith Lee, they forgot what they said, what happened to Keith Lee, but he wasn't here for this moment. And they seem to have been at odds anyway, with Keith Lee doing the face thing, Swerve doing the heel thing. The crowd definitely booed Swerve Scott, but they also participated in the Who's House Swerve House bit, so I like that. Always keep that. But yeah, get this man all the heat in the world. Out comes Mark Sterling afterwards, and he says, yo, let me represent y'all against Swerve, because I have an issue with Swerve, as we all know, and I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest. He asks, Mark Sterling said that he wanted 3 other men to scissor him. He wanted 3 other men to scissor him and scissor him good. And a scissoring is what he got, because he ended up getting a scissor drop, a scissor leg drop. Don't understand how that works, but they did it. He got scissored in between his legs. Interesting. But yeah, it's National Scissoring Day. Get your scissors on, you know what I'm saying? Get your scissors on. Find a friend, find someone that you desire friendly wise, and give them a good old-fashioned scissoring, and enjoy each other's company. After that, we get I definitely sell for the scissorbration. Definitely. We get Tay Conti. Well, before we get Tay Conti, or Tay Mello, as I should say, we get Madison Rain and Sky Blue, the recently signed Sky Blue. And they were being interviewed. What they said, I did not retain. I had no idea, because Anna J. Hey, Anna J and Tay Mello came into my screen, and all I saw was Anna J. And they said, you know what, Sky? You could have some more charisma. You could have some more personality. You know what I'm saying? You could show a little bit more pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? And Sky says, well, y'all can wrestle better. You know, you could use a little bit more of that. And, you know, sports entertainers versus pro wrestlers. We get a tag match coming up. I love you, Anna. That's all, you know what I'm saying? Anna was just the best thing about that. I don't even, yeah, just Anna. Anna. Sell for that. Sell. Even if I know it's not going to be that great of a match, but it's Anna. Afterwards, we get Hangman Page versus Roosh. You know what I'm saying? Page scissored Aubrey, and I'm mad because I didn't get to see it because damn stupid ass cameraman showed a different camera angle. He reached out his scissors to Aubrey. I wanted to see that scissoring happen. Wanted to see it. So I might have to hit social media and figure out if that scissoring actually, well, I know it happened because, the crowd popped for it, but I didn't get to see it. So maybe I'll hit social media and I'll be able to see that scissoring. But outside of that scissoring, it was a very, very, very physical match in between Page and Roosh. And it was actually the first match of the night that got a little crazy and it spilled to the outside of the ring. Roosh had whipped and then choked Hangman Page with a TV cord. Things like that, just start slinging him around ringside like he was a little Darby Allen, little rag doll. You know what I'm saying? But it was a very physical match, very physical match. Jose got involved a lot throughout the match, but Hangman Page ends up hitting that buckshot lariat, bow, and gets the win, which brings out Private Party at the end of the match. Private Party walking slow, as they were told earlier, come out and represent, do your thing. And they got up on the apron, but before they could do anything, and at this time, I'm like, where in the hell is Moxley? Am I not going to see Moxley on this episode, on this anniversary? And sure enough, out comes Moxley. And in my head, I still have, oh, well, no, that's actually his current thing. The stupid ass wild thing. You made my heart sing. I hate it. I want him to change it back to the joint that he had beforehand. But things got spicy in between them. He stepped up. Private Party stepped off. And Hangman Page had a little forehead thing going on, as y'all can see visually, placing my head upon my microphone forehead-wise. But they had a little forehead snuff off or whatever. John Moxley said he's been waiting. He's been waiting 3 years. 3 years for Hangman Page. And says that the both of them have beaten a lot of people except each other, and that when it comes down to him and Hangman Page in the ring, he's going to break his face. He's going to choke him out until he's blue. He says that he admires him, but when that bell rings, he ain't got no respect for shit. Hangman says, well, if you've been waiting for this for 3 years, let's fight now. Where you going, bro? Like, called out the fade immediately on some cowboy shit. He said, that's on cowboy shit. You better get up in here and throw blows with me if you've been waiting on it. Mox gets back in the ring, grabs a microphone and says, you know what? You a sweet kid. You're a sweet kid. But you say a lot of stupid shit like a lot of these motherfuckers that's here in this locker room. He says, I'm gonna let you off the hook. There's one last time. But watch your damn mouth. And he gets out of the ring. Let me tell you something right here, right now. If Hangman Page didn't just get bitched and put in his place, I would have had to throw blows after that. Nobody's going to tell me after I called him out for the fade that I'm a sweet person. I'm a sweet person and that I say stupid shit and that they going to let me off the hook and to watch my mouth. What? You ain't even going to make it past the I say stupid shit. Call me a sweet kid when I'm calling for the fade and I'm taking off. And Hangman Page should have took off, but he did not take off. Made him look hella weak, in my opinion. Made it look different to somebody else. But Moxley was just like, yeah, man, I admire you, but when this bell rings, you know what I'm saying, it's over for you. And in this lasting images and verbal threats is just like, yeah, watch your mouth. Don't stop saying stupid shit, and you won't get your ass beat right here, right now. And, it was interesting. All Hangman could do was stand there and smile and then not smile and then smile and not smile. And yeah, let Mox walk away after dogging him out. He sunned him. John Moxley now has a son. He has 2 kids now. And his son is a grown ass man called Hangman Page. Yeah, very, 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 very despicable. Despicable. I couldn't be me. You ain't fit to talk to me crazy and just walk away. Yeah, no, not happening. But yeah, happened to him. After that, we got a little bit of Jade on my screen. And before I sell for this, I'm going to sell for the Hangman and Roosh match because it was a good match, physical. And then the altercation after the match, which just happened all night long on AEW Dynamite. I'm selling for it. No selling Hangman being bitched out like that, though. But yeah, Willow is being interviewed, and she says she wants another crack at that TBS title, which brings in Jade and the baddies. We miss you, Red Velvet, wherever you at. The baddies are not complete without you. But yeah, Layla, Hogan, you know what I'm saying? Both of them there by Jay's side. Willow says she wants another shot, and they like, girl, you didn't been beat down once, twice in a singles match and in a tag match. Like, what else do you have to prove? So, Willow says, she's coming up in the world, and maybe that third time might be a charm, and she'll be 38-1 because she can't win forever. And I say, you leave her alone. You leave her alone because she could win for as long as she need to win for. It's all good. It's all gravy. Keep that winning streak going. But yeah, we getting Willow versus Jade soon. After that, we get a dinosaur murdering a fire guy as Luchasaurus makes very, 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 very quick work of Fuego del Sol. And I mean very, very, very quick work. He beat the fire out of Fuego. Fuego is no longer hot. He is lukewarm, or maybe perhaps Frio. We're going to call him Frio del Sol because he is cold. He is cold. He got the flame beat up out his ass. Afterwards, we get Jungle Boy running out with a chair, gets a little couple of licks in on Luchasaurus, and somehow, some way, a one-armed Christian holds back a dinosaur from attacking a little boy with a chair. Yeah, gonna no sell for that. How do you get a ferocious dinosaur and hold him back with one arm? I'm sure Christian is probably right-handed. His right arm was in a sling. He's using his left arm, and he's holding back a whole ass angry dinosaur. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Your arms are long enough. You could have moved out of that. You know what I'm saying? Push Christian to the side. Got to Jungle Boy with the chair and all that or whatever. But story, I guess. Jungle Boy says, you were my best friend and you broke my heart. You hurt my feelings. And yeah, dinosaur, I'm going to break every bone in your body because of that. So he challenged him for a match anytime, any place. Not sure if they actually announced that match later on in the show happening either on Rampage or next week. But I care not. Christian is injured. There's not much that he could really do in this story. Don't know where it's going or how long it's going to last for. So yeah, I'm over it. No sell. We get the main event of ROH Pure Champion Danny Garcia. There you go. And his tag team partner, hopefully soon to be BCC club member Bryan Danielson, taking on the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho, and everybody hates Sammy Guevara in a tag team match. Tag team match. And there we go. Looks like everybody's got on matching gear for the most part. Daniel Garcia came out to some new music with no jazz attached to it, which was called out on commentary. Interesting. But like I said, the slowest transition forever and ever. Yeah. Sports entertainers versus pro wrestlers. Tribalism, again, on our screens being made fun of because you are all, all you marks, there we go, are some silly asses because, yeah, we don't do tribalism around here. Everybody hates Sammy Garcia. Have I said that yet? Anyways, 10 minutes into the match, or 10 minutes after 7 o'clock, because they said we're going to stay here. It is an anniversary. Party going to go on for as long as the party goes on, no matter if we go past our time or not. I am not guaranteeing such a thing. Once I'm done, I'm done. And I'm almost done. Fit to get up out of here. But yeah, 10 minutes after 7, we get dual submissions, as you see right here. And I thought we were going to get a tap somewhere in here, but we did not. Following those dual submissions, we got some dual elbow strikes from both Garcia and Bryan Danielson. You know what I'm saying? They were taking over, doing the thug dizzle. But then, everything breaks out. Sammy flips out of a move, and then start to wreck both men, like really putting in some work. And the crowd starts chanting that he still sucks, at him like 2 or 3 times. Why? Because everybody hates Sammy Guevara. And so, yeah, still getting "you still suck" chants. Match fell apart. We get a lot of spots. Danielson gets smashed into a table at ringside that does not break. So, and it was on top of the ROH title. It looked like it really, really, really hurt. Jericho picked him back up for another suplex him to the table. This time it broke then. Very, 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 very interesting. Don't know who that is. Yeah, very, very interesting spot. I'm taking that the table was supposed to break the first time. It did not. Ouch. Looked like it hurt. Yeah. Daniel Garcia gets knees up as Sammy's getting ready to hit a shooting star press off the top rope. Gets the knees up right in time, but then and then puts Sammy into a sharpshooter. The crowd pops. Jericho nails Daniel Garcia with the ROH World Championship, and Sammy gets the pin. Jazz gets the win. Jericho shows a little bit of remorse, just a little bit, because he seems like he didn't want to have to do that to Daniel Garcia. But Jazz celebrates. Jericho finally joins them. And your guy Daniel Garcia is sitting in the corner with his hand in his head, contemplating life as AEW Dynamite goes off the air. I will sell for this match, this main event. Pretty cool show. 3-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite. I will sell for the show fully because, why not? It was a great show. Great show. Not bad. Get story development all night long. It never stopped. It was it never, even though it went over its 2-hour time, it never overstayed it's welcome. So, man, it's pretty damn good. But that's all I got for Sell or No Sell. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no last match topic, I thought I had one, but we're gonna save it. What we got coming up this weekend, like I said, is Extreme. I think Extreme Rules is this weekend. Maybe this weekend. It should be this weekend. This Friday. This Saturday. Friday, we got Battle of the Belts, and we also have Rampage going down. So be sure to check that out. Your boys will be back around on Sunday. So we're gonna have SmackDown to talk about. We're going to have Rampage to talk about. We're going to have Battle of the Belts to talk about. We're going to have Extreme Rules to talk about. If Extreme Rules is happening Saturday, but I think it is. It still be. It definitely is happening. I forgot that I watch Raw and all this other stuff. So much wrestling for me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everything going on the indie scene. Like I said, if y'all didn't get an opportunity or a chance to check out yesterday's episode with Jay Bougie, go ahead and check that out. Mr. PWI 485, you know what I'm saying? Mr. AEW, you know what I'm saying? Jay Bougie. Go ahead and check out that interview from yesterday and that sit down talk with him. Get a load of it, if you will. Check out the interview that we had the week before then. You know what I'm saying? PJ Savage was on here with us, you know what I'm saying? Cutting the fool. We got to know him a little bit better. That's the homie. And while you checking out old episodes and everything, just go a little bit further back into the Smark Psychology vault, because this is only episode 23 right here. You know what I'm saying? We had another interview, third episode in when Lindsay Dorado. Check that out. Another interview in there with Khan. You know what I'm saying? Sat down with the homie, chopped with him. Go ahead and check that out. We got more coming to you, so stick around. You already know what it is. You already know what it do. But for everybody that needs to know or wants to know how to find us, this is what you do. Subscribe to Smark Psychology Podcast on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Smark Psych Pod, on Instagram at Smark Psychology, on Facebook at Smark Psychology Podcast. You know what I'm saying? For all y'all out there in the audio world, follow us and listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. And if you're on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube and you want to be on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts, it's available to you. If you on Spotify, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts, you want to see your boys and see how we get down and see how we do, then it's available to you on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And for all y'all that's on Twitter and you're commenting, I don't know where those comments go. I've been trying to figure it out, been trying to find them. They ain't been around. So go ahead and flop over to Facebook or YouTube and leave those comments there and we'll get them. You know what I'm saying? And for all y'all on Facebook, slide over to YouTube. subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Follow, comment, like, share, you know what I'm saying? Let's build the family, bring all your homies, bring all your friends in on the Smark Psychology as we do our thing on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, you know what I'm saying? And if we just so happen to not be here one of them days, you know, life takes over, life takes over, life happens, you know. But we still here, we still love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what it do. It's been me, it's been I, it's been him. You see the crown, you see the money. Here he is green inside the vault. Ching, ching, the money, baby. Red cups up to you. Lion climbing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take my glasses off so y'all can see my eyes when I say this here. Get psyched and join the Smark Psychology Podcast. King Mac MILLI. Check y'all later.